In the dark times, before the internet, the most convenient way to get horror was on the shelves of a local place known as a video store. And all you had to go by were the covers. They seemed to know it too, and most horror movies had some top-notch VHS art. That could be scary. Scary picture. Plus, the selection was usually pretty limited. But today, streaming provides access to an insane amount of content without ever leaving your couch. Hooray! So I'll be looking at a bunch of different options today and figuring out which one I think is the best way for you to get your taste for spooks. Most people already have one of the bigger streaming services like Netflix or Amazon Prime, but both of these cost monthly fees. What if you're looking for free horror movies? I don't want to pay anything. That's where the Roku comes in handy because there's an unbelievable number of free horror channels that you can add. I basically combed through every single option I could scrounge from the recesses of Roku channels, and it's probably not a surprise that the quality of these is all over the place. I'm not going to be talking about all of them, but I do want to give you a peek into what they have to offer. First up, Threshold doesn't really have much in the way of selection, but it does have some gems. And my first streaming selection comes from this channel, but we'll save that for a little bit later. Worth downloading and checking out for their bizarre choices for sure. All right, Cryptic TV, load me up. Ella Pip. I love that the encoder's name is clearly listed on the whole video. Awful quality, and there's no subtitles. I have no idea what is going on here. It's obviously ripped straight from YouTube and put back onto Roku to get whatever they can, even the most paltry amount of advertising. Brilliant marketing, superb job. Or let's see, Get Scared TV. That's it. There's like eight movies total. What? Whoa, my ghost sister and me. Ghost sister and me. Well, I gotta check that out.
Who are you? I'm your sister. I don't have a sister. And why can I see through you? Because I'm a ghost? Yeah, right. This is some kind of trickery.
My ghost brother! What kind of twickery is this? Fuck you. Jerk. Culturama TV doesn't have many options either, but gets a gold star because the stuff they do have is batshit insane. Like this thing called Endurance that I guess is a Japanese game show with some awful voiceover work.
And back with their rangs again. These animals are very intelligent.
It's not really horror, but it is crazy.
Dangerous games and has trouble with the stupid simple ones, like the balloons in Hong Kong.
What is this? And they do have two early Peter Jackson films, Meet the Feebles and Bad Taste. So if you haven't seen them, definitely worth checking out, especially for free. When I clicked play on this channel, it started playing Creature from 1989. I have no problem with this. And I do like the idea of a 24/7 streaming channel. Pretty decent for a random find. Okay, Horror Hall. That does sound pretty scary. Big hall full of horrors? Ooh, 150 movies. Look at all of these. 150 piles of shit! And all these covers look like they were done in paint by a 12-year-old. My nephew Timmy is a whiz with that Photoshop. Why don't you put in the work? He gets the paint good. Grindhouse channel, okay. This is a good start. It's like that movie, sort of. Actually, Aliens might have made it better. Whoa, what's going on there? What's up with this guy? Alibaba and the Seven Sacharins. What are we doing? Most of this isn't even horror. Who are you trying to kid, Grindhouse channel? Well, guess what? I ain't falling for it. Next! There's a ton more that are just like that, but I think you get the idea. It sort of seems like they're trying to see how little content they can provide and also get you to sit through 3 minutes of ads. It's bullshit. So after all that, I'll leave you with the one that I think is overall the best for free content. It's called Fright Picks. Again, look, it's free, so not every movie is a slam dunk, but they have a good variety of stuff and decent sized library. There's plenty here to keep you occupied for a while, and no one can really argue with free. Am I right? Maybe the free options are not enough to satisfy any real horror fan. So let's take a look at some of the premium options that think that they're worth charging $5 a month for. There's two main options when it comes to premium horror streaming channels, Shudder and Screambox. They both have their strengths and weaknesses, so let's take a look at each a little bit deeper. Shudder's layout is based on different collections, but they come up with these cute little category names, Psychos and Madmen, haunted habitations for like haunted house stuff, You got your body horror, whatever, fucking aliens. They have these different director collections, which is cool, like this one here from Robert Eggers, the guy who did that movie The Witch recently, which was pretty badass. So even just, you know, them being involved, it shows how much they actually care about putting something specific back into the service. They also have Shudder.tv, which is a 24/7 live horror channel, which is a really cool feature. There's a good variety overall, but I did notice that there's a fair bit of overlap with Netflix's and Amazon's catalog. However, there's a bunch of Asian and Italian classics that I've only seen available on Shudder. It's weird that you also can't make a list to watch later, so you have to dig deep into the catalog to find what you're looking for. Kind of annoying. So I really like the idea of Shudder, and you can tell that the people behind the channel put a lot of thought into it, but I still feel a little bit underwhelmed. They're owned by AMC, the channel that does a massive horror marathon every Halloween, but most of these mainstays like Halloween itself or Friday the 13th are not available on the service. They also don't have any TV options available, and it's like, come on, where's Walking Dead? I mean, what are you thinking? What are you stupid? Good, the people of the zombie show, they want the zombie show! Now on to Screambox. It's $1 cheaper a month than Shudder, so there is that. Screambox is also divided into collections or categories, but they seem to get a little too specific. Maybe be more creative with the category names. Okay, you got monsters, animals, and nature, other creatures, zombies, vampires, and why does it matter what you call it? Who cares, because whenever I click on anything, I'm just gonna get a bunch of bullshit. That's sort of the main issue with Screambox. Most of what they have available is just not very good. So it doesn't really matter how you categorize the poop. Wait a minute, hold on. Zombie-nator. That could be good.
No one else is here to help.
Nope, it's bad! So most of the stuff on here is total crap. I'm sure there's a few in that cheesy, fun way, but really nothing that's worth paying monthly for. There are a few decent selections sort of peppered in the midst, but they're pretty few and far between. It does have one big advantage over Shudder in that you can actually make a queue of movies via favorites. Also, they do have TV series. There's not much, but there is all of the Showtime show Masters of Horror, which is actually pretty awesome. So of the two, Shudder is hands down the winner. They have a vastly superior catalog, and that's much more important than any kind of quibbles when it comes to navigation. They also have a website where you can easily check out their whole catalog to get a gauge of if they have what you're looking for. Though weirdly on their website, they have images from movies on the pages that aren't actually available on the service. Like, oh, here we go, Aliens, that's a great fucking movie, let's go watch that right now. Nope, not on there, bud. So with all that aside, I would still say it's worth $5 a month. There's really nothing like it out there, and you can watch the content anywhere, including your phone, so you can, you know, freak out people on the bus. Allow me to introduce my new sponsor to you today, Shudder. It's a great streaming service. Shudder, it's where the horror lives. Give them your $5. Just kidding, they're not really my sponsors. They wouldn't, no. Please sponsor me. I have to say there is one more extra premium channel that's available to you. Full Moon Streaming. That's right, a channel that's just full moon. Only full moon, nothing else. Only that stuff. For those who haven't heard of Fuck Moon, they're a bottom-of-the-barrel independent movie company that has made hundreds of terrible horror movies over the years. There are some that are alright, like Puppet Master, but I can remember when I would put on a movie not knowing that it was full moon, and then their shitty little logo pops up, and I'd be like, God damn it, damn it! And how much are they charging for the honor of accessing their library of misery? $7. $7 a month. Should be paying me to watch this trash. Hey, but at least they have special features available, like on this one we got Audio commentary. Yeah, I bet that's real fascinating. So in this scene, yeah, we didn't give a shit about nothing. There are a lot of other premium services, and most cable channels offer standalone streaming options like HBO and Showtime. These do have their merits, but they aren't really worth the high price tag when it comes to horror, as most are $10 a month or so. Then you have the two head honchos of premium streaming, Netflix and Amazon Prime. Netflix has a few different pricing options, and their price for just streaming is $8.99 a month. Amazon Prime is $99 a year, but also includes other things like free shipping. So if you order a lot of potato chips that you need overnight, they got you covered. I would give the edge to Netflix as their options are just so vast. You're gonna find something to satisfy your bloodlust because pretty much everything is covered. And they do have the honor of hosting the most terrifying thing of all time on their service, Fuller House. But I have noticed that Netflix's online horror catalog is on a kind of steady decline. Classics are taken off and replaced by low-budget stuff that must cost nothing to license. Meanwhile, Prime is only growing, and even if something isn't included in Prime, it's easy to rent a bunch of different stuff, which you can't do on Netflix. Right now, Prime is the only place I saw to watch all the Friday the 13th, which, you know, is a a big deal to me apparently. So in conclusion, which option do I think is the best bang for your buck when it comes to getting all the horror you can handle? If you don't have a streaming service of any kind right now and budget is a factor, then I would definitely say go for Shudder. While I would like to see it improve in some ways, it's a great way to get quality horror fairly cheap. And again, the people behind it are obviously really big horror buffs, and they put a lot of care into the channel, and it shows. But if you're looking for the ultimate solution, and bear in mind this is a little more challenging than just clicking on a channel traditionally. First, you get Netflix streaming plus the DVD rental, and then you get another Roku channel app called Plex. Plex is a media server program and allows you to access videos on a computer or network drive. It all boils down to the fact that nothing can touch the amount of stuff available to you from Netflix's DVD catalog. So you rent whatever you want from Netflix, rip the DVD on your computer, and set up Plex on there. Now you can get almost anything and access it via a nice media center navigator in Roku. This is by far the best way if you're looking for the maximum amount of content that you can handle. And you still have access to anything new that pops up exclusively on streaming, which is how it is with a lot of indie horror nowadays. This setup is the most expensive. Netflix is $20 a month for HD streaming plus one Blu-ray and DVD at a time. Then for all of Plex's features, it's another $5 a month, so $25 total. Not bad really, considering how much it opens the options to you and you aren't stuck with the limited catalogs of any one feature or service. And with Plex you can also watch any of your content on various devices as well. You can have it all, engorging your eyeballs on so much sweet, sweet horror. So I'm not really showing off the full detailed walkthrough when it comes to how to set up Plex and Netflix and the DVD rips and all that stuff. But if anyone out there would like me to do a more detailed video, I guess just let me know in the comments below. There you have it, my ultimate guide to streaming horror. There's a lot of options out there that are available, and I hope this was helpful in showing you everything I could possibly find, and maybe giving you some insight as to what could be right for you. Also, I'll be starting a new show where each episode I'll be taking a look at something from streaming that I found and feel like you need to check out. The first video is up now, featuring the wonderfully insane Robo-Vampire. Click here to check out that video. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more horror coming at you real soon. Giving you the best info about which one I think is fuck.